I think I see better when I got my Glock beside me. I'm rolling up some pressure just to hide the pain inside me. I'm sliding in the SRT, but it feel like a Rari. And she calling my phone, I'm blowing up, she say I'm sorry. I think I see better when I got my Glock beside me. I'm rolling up some pressure just to hide the pain inside me.
What's going on? So this morning we got a 2021 Silverado in here, and we're going to be doing a bolt-in C-notch, and we're also going to be dropping the front down probably about 1/4 inch. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this. We're going to go ahead and get everything shifted around, get this thing moved over to the lift, so that way we can go ahead and start on it and get it knocked out. So yeah, got everything in the back, and I'm going to go ahead and start getting everything laid out and ready to go, so I can mark the template, and then we can go ahead and drop the rear end, get to cutting it. Right now he's hitting on the bump stops and the bump stop mounts, so we're going to try to eliminate that problem, especially whenever he has people in the truck or he's towing anything. So let's go ahead and get everything shifted around, and we'll go ahead and get started on it. All right, so I got the C-notch taken out of the box, and like I said, it's an IHC bolt-on notch, so everything is pretty solid. It's got these bolts that go inside the frame, and it'll just pretty much connect like that. And it's even got the cutout for the bed rails, so we don't have to cut those for this notch. But yeah, as you see, or as you can't see probably, let me see if I can cut on a light. But as you see, the bump stop is pretty close to the axle, so we're going to be eliminating that problem. So I'm going to have to end up probably taking out this fender liner here on both sides, and then we should be able to get everything. I'm going to check on the exhaust rattle too for them, because it's rattling a little bit, but we'll get to it. So let's go ahead and get started, get this thing in the air, get the rear end drop down just a slight bit, and then we should be good to go to start getting everything marked up. All right, so going ahead and got it in the air. Looks like I'm gonna have plenty of space to get in here and get this notch cut out. All I gotta do is cut in this little area here. So only thing I really gotta look for is this gas tank. I'm gonna have to grind some of this nasty ass wax coating off the frame just to kind of get it to where it's a good mating surface for the actual notch. But yeah, we should be good to go. I shouldn't have to drop the rear end for anything, and we're just gonna be throwing in the notch. I'm gonna ask him if he wants to throw in them shackles. He's got plenty of space for it, and I can knock it out if he wants to drop it a little lower, but we'll see. All right, so about killed me damn self, but went ahead and got everything marked out. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting the front side of everything, and then I'll probably get up underneath and hit it with the Sawzall just to cut it all the way across. But I got it marked on both sides exactly where it needs to be at. Good thing about this C-notch is it contours to how the frame is, so you don't go too far. I'm gonna go ahead and start on this side because the gas tank is on the other side, as you see. So that one's gonna take me a little bit longer to kind of cut around that, especially cutting around the back. But this one shouldn't be too bad. We'll see if this exhaust pipe it gets in my way, but it shouldn't. Like I said, once I get the front cut out, I should be able to cut the Sawzall all the way up on this side. So should be good to go. Shouldn't have to use the cutoff wheel on the back side. All right, so got this side cut out and ready to go. In the process of drilling out the holes and getting those sized for the studs for the C-notch. So should be good to go after this. Once we get the bolts put in, we can go ahead and put the notch up for the final time and then sandwich it together and be done. And I'm about to go ahead and start on this side and get it knocked out and cut out, so that way we can go ahead and try to get this thing done today. So let's go ahead and get back to it. As you see, we were cutting already, and we had already got the bolts drilled out in the frame and got the bolts tight. So now all I gotta do is put the backing plates on. All right, so got everything finished up and ready to go back together. So all I gotta do now is put the fender liners back in. I got the back plate sandwiched in, and the C-notch is finalized, so it's good to go. Had to use a clamp to kind of get them bottom bolts in, but weren't too much of a problem. So everything is looking good now. Back here, I'm gonna go ahead and probably sit it down and just check to see if I can maybe put these shackles in. Not too sure. Like I said, I just want to set it down and just make sure that he has plenty of space, and then tomorrow I can kind of fuck with it a little bit and try to get this actual shackles and shit back in, but not really a big deal at the moment. So looking good so far, but yeah, not too bad of a job as far as the C-notch. All we gotta do is get the front struts taken out, and then we'll get those swapped over because they are, I believe, Beltec lowering shocks. So we're gonna drop it down probably about a 1/4 inch in the front, and then see how it looks in the back, and then we'll go from there as far as figuring out if we're gonna put the shackles in or not. The shackles won't take me nothing but probably 30 minutes to an hour, and then the front struts, just take those out, get them knocked out, and throw them back in, and we should be good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and put these fender liners in, and then finish up the back so I can put the wheels on and drop it back on the ground. So let's get to it. All right, so we got everything finished up, and I got it on the ground. So let's see if I can show y'all a little bit in there. You can see the notch, and he definitely got hella space up in there. You can see the axle's kind of down there, the notch is up here, so it's looking good. He didn't want to OD low, so once I get the front struts in, I'm gonna check it out and just make sure that it's level. He just wants it level, low. So yeah, you can kind of see it a little bit better over here. He's got plenty of travel space, so shouldn't be no problems at all with hitting anything. And yeah, he could even drop it a little bit lower if he wanted to, but I'm gonna give him that option. All right, what's going on? So this morning I got the heater going. It's cold as shit, but this morning I'm gonna go ahead and get the front end in the air, so that way I can go ahead and take the struts out and then get those set. They came with shims, and I think the shim that we're gonna put in is the smallest one, just to drop it some more in the front, just a slight bit. And like I said, once I get the front done, I'm gonna take it outside. Once I get it back assembled, probably tomorrow, and send them a picture of how it's sitting, and then from there we'll determine if we're gonna throw the 2-inch drop shackles in or not. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing in the air, get the wheels off, get it on the jack stands, because we got a van to take the transmission out of. So just wanted to go ahead and get the notch out the way on the lift, and I can go ahead and do this on the ground. So let's go ahead and get to it and get these struts out, and then we'll take them up the road, get them knocked out, and then we'll be right back. All right, so GoPro died, but got everything pretty much finished up. I got the strut out. So good thing about the lowering struts already being in the truck is all I had to do was undo the tie rod, sway bar link, and just loosen up the shock, and it fell right out because, like I said, it's not at factory height anymore. I think it's dropped about a 2-inch drop, I'd say. Got both sides knocked out in about 10 minutes, so nothing too crazy, nothing too bad.
Man, you this thing. I just bought this bit right now.
Boy, back in the field. Just got the damn struts put in. So just got them dropped about a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. So they're put back in there now. Just put the wheels back on, and we're gonna drop the damn thing on the ground, see how it looks, and then I'm gonna send him a picture of it just to see if he wants to put the shackles in. But I feel like it's gonna be pretty even, so we're good to go. So I'm about to drop this damn thing. We're gonna pull it outside, take a look at it, and then down we'll go from there. All right, she all done, and she looked good. So it's got a little bit of a nosedive, a little bit of a difference in the front to the back, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna see what he says about it, and then we'll go from there. Gonna work on Trippy's truck real quick, and then get him situated, and then if he wants these shackles put in, we'll go ahead and throw these in, and then we'll be pretty much done with it. But it looked good, man. I like this damn body style lowered. All right, so pulled this thing back in and just hit up the customer just to see if he wanted to drop it a little bit more in the back, and he does. I just took it around the lot and just made sure that it weren't hitting or doing any crazy shit like that. But yeah, we'll go ahead and hit the road, run up the auto zone up the street real fast, grab those shackles, and then we'll get back, throw these in real quick, and then we should be done for the day. Just finished up Trippy's oil pressure sensor. He had that thing going off inside the truck for a year, and we finally got around to it, and I just welded his exhaust back. But yeah, boys, we're gonna be coming back to the truck stuff. Just give us a little time, man. We in the process of working, man. We getting older, so now we got more responsibilities than we did back in the days whenever we was rolling around. But yeah, man, we getting back to it. So let's go ahead and hit the road, grab these shackles, and then we'll get back, throw them in, and then we should be done with this truck in total. But yeah, it's been a fun little project. I like working on newer stuff. I like doing different shit than just lifting all the time. And yeah, it looks good, and then it turns out great. So let's hit the road. All right, so we back. Got the rear end jacked up in the air, and as you can see the C-notch a little bit better with this fender liners in. But going ahead and getting to these shackles, so I'm gonna go ahead and take these stock shackles out. You can see them back there. So I'll take those out and replace them with these. I got these from AutoZone, so they thankfully had one set left in stock. Like I said, man, there's plenty of space for him to have any travel room and shit like that, as far as his axle going back up and down and shit like that. So he should be good to go as far as putting these shackles in and being good to tow and stuff like that. So on these trucks, it's a lot easier than the old bodies. The old bodies, you had to take the fucking whole trailer hitch system out. But on these new bodies, they ended up putting a little hole inside the frame, so that way you can get both bolts out. And the top bolt, as usual, you'll just have to push up the rear end, so that way you can get it over that damn frame rail, and then you'll just pull it out, put the new shackle in, and be good to go. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to it, so that way we can finish this thing up and at least get a look of it outside before I end up sliding out. So let's get to it. All right, an hour later, and not even an hour, probably 30 minutes, but went ahead and got the new shackles put in. Can't really see it back there, but got the new shackles put in under here, so they're all good to go and tight, and everything looks pretty much even, man, all the way around. I'm gonna pull it outside so that way I can get a better look at it. But looks like it's gonna be dead on even. If anything, it might be just a slight bit lower in the back, but I just jumped on the back of the bed and just to make sure that there was no knocking or nothing like that. Like I said, I'm gonna take it around the block and just make sure that this damn thing don't make no noises or nothing like that with the new shackles and stuff. But yeah, just drop the struts in the front, C-notch in the back, and then just put these drop shackles in, and it looks good, man. It looks all the way good. There's no issues or nothing like that. I just checked a couple things that he had some concerns about. There was an exhaust rattle. It was hitting on the back spare tire shield, so weren't no big issue about the exhaust. So everything looks good, man. About to go ahead and throw his old stock shackles back in the truck, so that way if he needs them again, he can use them. But yeah, after that we should be good to go. So let's go ahead and pull this thing on outside and see what she looks like. Final product, man. It's been a nice one to work on. I like lower trucks, working on lower trucks and shit like that, man, because it's not crazy heavy. It's just pretty simple. So let's get it outside. All right, so we got her all done. Put the shackles in, front lowered, and C-notch. So everything looks good in here, man. Still got like 6 to 8 inches of fucking travel space in there before it even hit the notch. So no big deal on that. He can still tow and do whatever he needs to do with it with no issues. But yeah, she looked good, man. These body styles look pretty good with the big front ends whenever they're lowered. So yeah, she looks solid, man. I'm fucking with it. So we'll go ahead and send him another picture, and this will be pretty much finished up for me, and we'll be done. I'm gonna pull her back in and pretty much finish up for the day, so that way I can go ahead and get the heck up out of here and get the next ones in. So yeah, she fine.